Big wins can feel like the ultimate reward in trading, thrilling, euphoric, almost addictive. But here's the paradox. Those same wins often destroy your discipline, sabotage your consistency, and push you into gambling instead of trading. Welcome back to Oneself, a window not only into our live trading, but into our self-talk, doubts, and emotions in real time. Today, we're diving into dopamine, discipline, and why the rush of a big win can secretly set you up for failure. And most importantly, how you can transform that cycle into consistency, patience, and emotional mastery. The struggle, the hidden trap. Let me tell you a story about a trader I know, someone who had a massive win on an earnings day. He woke up, checked his phone, and saw his options up more than 500%. Overnight, he had made what would normally take him months to earn. The dopamine rush was unbelievable. The excitement, the feeling of invincibility, the thought, "I've cracked the code." But the very next week, he couldn't bring himself to settle for smaller gains. A 10% win? That felt like nothing. A 20% win? Not exciting enough. He started oversizing positions, ignoring risk rules, and forcing trades just to chase that high again. Within a month, most of those profits were gone. This is the hidden trap of dopamine. It spikes when you win big, but then your baseline drops lower than before. Suddenly, normal trading feels dull, and your brain starts craving another massive hit. That's how traders get stuck in a destructive spiral of overtrading, gambling, and losing discipline. The deeper layer, psychological root. Tilt, addiction, gambling tendencies, they're not random. They're often rooted in deeper patterns. Maybe you grew up seeking approval, and big wins feel like validation. Maybe perfectionism taught you that small steps aren't enough. You only feel worthy when it's spectacular. Or maybe control issues push you to force outcomes instead of letting probabilities play out. What looks like just bad trading is often an emotional loop written long before you ever placed your first trade. Big wins light up the same circuits as childhood rewards or punishments. That's why the cycle feels so magnetic and so hard to break. The shift, breaking the cycle. But here's the breakthrough. You can rewire the reward system. Instead of craving the high of the outcome, you start craving the discipline of the process. One trader I know began treating trading like an athlete reviews game tape. After every session, he replayed his decisions, not to judge, but to learn. Another started limiting screen time, reconnecting with hobbies, nature, family, so trading wasn't the only source of dopamine. And slowly, they both started celebrating consistency over outcome, sticking to their plan, respecting stops, following sizing rules. The real win wasn't a 500% trade. The real win was the confidence of knowing they could trade without being controlled by emotions. Here's the cycle you need to watch out for. 1. A big win spikes dopamine. 2. Your brain craves another hit. 3. Normal wins feel empty. 4. You gamble to chase the high. 5. You blow discipline and confidence. And here's the antidote. Reframe your motivation. Get addicted not to outcomes, but to discipline, process, and self-awareness. Next time you experience a big win, pause before placing another trade. Step away. Breathe. Reflect. What rules did you follow and where did you slip? Reframe. Remind yourself, my edge is discipline, not thrills. Celebrate process. Write down the habits you kept, not the dollars you made. Big wins aren't the enemy, but letting dopamine control you is. When you shift from chasing highs to celebrating discipline, you stop gambling and start growing. At Oneself, we do not celebrate taking perfect trade entries or dopamine rush for making millions overnight, but self-discipline to stay cool through the chaos of the market. Thanks for watching Oneself. Stay disciplined, stay self-aware, and I'll see you in the next video. If this video sparked something in you, show some love hitting that like button and subscribe so we can keep building this space together.